Hey, good morning and welcome to Breakthrough Walls. I'm Ken Walls and I'm your host. And I have a wonderful, wonderful woman on today. Her name is Robin Haack, and we will be chatting with her in just a minute. So stay with us. And we're back. And I want to welcome Robin Haack to the show. Robin, welcome.
Yes, I am here.
Did you see I clicked the wrong video at first?
No, I didn't notice.
I clicked the wrong one. Anyway, that's all right. Things happen. So we already have some people jumping on here with us, and Robin, I'm excited to hear your story. You know, I told you I created this to help people get unstuck in life. And I think that we all go through those trials and tribulations and have to figure out how to get around them, over them, under them. Probably not you. It's probably been an easy coast. So Robin, why don't you tell everybody where you were born and raised. Start there.
I was born and raised on the beach in Southern California in a town called Capistrano Beach. And
that sounds miserable.
I know. Tough life, huh?
Capistrano Beach.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
It's
okay.
Between Los Angeles and San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to both of those places. San Diego's beautiful.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're like an hour north.
Are you really? Wow. So that's where you went to school and high school and all that. Did you go to college?
Yeah, junior college. And when just a little bit about my childhood, I got involved in horses when I was 8, and I started showing horses.
Oh, Lord, my wife's going to love you. Do you know this chick right here, Karen Toddy?
I do. Hey, Karen.
I love Karen. She's amazing. So wait, my wife is a dressage whatever writer.
Okay, yeah.
She's done it all. So you got into horses. Talk about that. At what age?
8. And I was right away told my parents that I wanted to show or compete. I didn't want to just ride for fun. And I don't know why. I guess because I come from a family of competitors. Growing up on the beach, I come from a family of surfers. My dad was one of the original surfers that went to Hawaii and surfed the big waves from California.
Yeah.
And my uncle, so they were very into surfing. My sister, that was quite a few years older than me, was a world champion surfer. So I grew up going to surfing contests.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to be involved in horses.
Wow. Were you the only child in the family that wanted to be involved in horses? Wow. And
I started showing when I was 9 and showed horses for years and years and years.
So what does that mean? I mean, when you say show horses, do you not ride them?
Oh, yeah. You ride them, but you compete in different events. I showed in the Western division. Okay. There's English, and then dressage. English is more jumping horses and hunter and jumpers, and then the dressage. But I was in the Western pleasure or stock horses, cattle horses. But then I ended up moving away from the beach, which my dad told me I would never do, and moved to a ranch when I got married at an early age. So back to going to junior high. That's what I was going to start. Junior college. I ended up getting married and moving away and training and showing horses for a living.
Really?
Yeah.
And where did you move away to?
Northern California on a ranch in Sacramento area, a little town near Sacramento.
Okay.
Country.
And so how long were you there? That's a pretty good clip away from where you are
Yeah,
now.
8 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
I lived there 15 years. We moved to Texas because we were traveling all the time showing cutting horses, which are horses that work cattle.
Yeah.
So all those competitions were in Fort Worth. So we ended up moving to Fort Worth, Texas. So I lived there a couple of years before moving back to here to California.
Wow. Now, do you know about what's it called? The American quarter horse
Mhm.
thingy
Yeah.
here in Columbus.
Yeah.
My wife was the marketing director at the Ohio State Fair for, I don't
Oh,
know, 7 or 8 years, and she's a huge quarter horse. She's well, probably much like you. When I met her, she had 2 horses, and they've both, moved on to the big horse barn in the sky. So, but yeah, and my 10-year-old daughter is begging for a horse. So, yeah,
yeah.
it's not a cheap thing
No.
to get into.
My daughter, it was funny. My daughter was never interested in horses growing up around them. And
Yeah.
I guess being in my stomach all the time when I was riding, and she didn't want anything to do with horses. And we were so grateful when she got into swimming and competitive swimming because it was so inexpensive compared to the horses.
Yeah. Yeah. A bathing suit.
Suit, cap and goggles, not horses and traveling and,
Trailers. Got to
yeah.
have a truck to pull the trailer. Got to, oh, yeah. Veterinarian bills. Horses even have dentists.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know all of that. So, so you were really into horses, and then, and you said you did go to college, or you didn't?
Junior college, but then I moved away when I got married.
Okay. And then, so you ended up in Texas for a while, then you come back to California, and where did things go from there for you? And all this while you had your own, was it like your own business? Was it a business doing this?
Yeah. Yes. We
train horses as a business.
Oh, at times we'd have 20 to 30 horses in training.
Okay.
And then hauling them all over the country, showing, and competing. And my husband was a professional. I was considered a non-professional because I only showed my own horses.
Okay.
Other people's. But yeah, so it was definitely business.
Wow.
And everything.
My wife is on here. Do you know who Fallon Taylor is?
Uh-huh.
So
I know of her. She does rodeo.
Yeah. She's been on the show. She's been on here. Yeah, she's awesome. She's world champion.
Yep.
Barrel something.
Barrel racer. Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Something like that. You can see I really love horses. I'm kidding. I don't have anything against them. I just when you don't know, you don't know. Exactly. So look, Roxy Maddox, a friend of mine, I think she's in Texas. Yeah, she's yeah. But okay, so you leave Texas, you go back to Southern California?
Yep, back to where I was raised.
Okay. And where did things go from there for you?
So I never thought I would move back to Southern California because I loved, showing the cutting horses, but I had my daughter and I had gone through a divorce and I got looking at my life and being away from all my family. And so that's what kind of drove me to come back to Southern California. And I'd always been in school and college and everything, studied accounting. And my family had a 95-year-old. Well, it wasn't that old then because that was 20-some years ago. A 96-year-old company now, but back 25 years ago when I moved back to California, I ended up going to work for my family, my dad's family business, and I became CFO there. And years, and I own part of the company now and so forth. So we are in the textile industry, and we design and print textiles for clothing manufacturers, fabric stores, quilting shops, crafts all over the world.
Wow. And you're the CFO there?
Correct. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So,
And while I was showing horses, actually, I was selling fabric for our company to different clothing manufacturers in Texas. There wasn't a lot of them, but I did that a little bit on the side. So I'd always kind of been involved in the company, but never at the, at the home office.
wow. Yeah. Roxy says, get it, girl.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So you, when you say you were selling, just calling on people, or
calling on manufacturers in Dallas, basically, with our fabrics for, clothing manufacturers. We were no horse blankets.
That's shocking, actually.
Yeah. Now we're huge in the quilting industry, and obviously we've always sold to clothing manufacturers. We are very instrumental. My father, with starting all the surfwear brands in Southern California, Orange County back in the day. Since we've been in business 96 years, we've done pretty much everything. My grandfather started the company in Los Angeles, and then it moved to Southern California, or closer down here. But yeah, so we've done prints for every company you could name.
Wow. So, Jiminy Christmas, you've done a lot.
I guess so, yeah.
Which is
on
cool.
top of it, I've always been a health nut, so when I was 16, I became vegetarian, and just because I wanted to be a stupid kid and wild idea, and I haven't ever ate meat since, but not because of horses or anything. I just was being a kid and deciding that's what I wanted to do. So always, been involved in the health and wellness industry as well. Yes. Wow. Fabric for face masks. We have all sorts of customers and clients that buy fabric for face masks.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially right now. Roxy says, ever been to Egypt and take a tour of how they make fine Egyptian rugs?
We don't do types of fabric like that. We do more cotton, and we have a huge manufacturing facility in Bali.
Wow.
And
Joe lives down there. He's in Orange County. He's right down by you.
Oh, cool. So, we manufacture and have a factory in Bali where we design, and we were the first ones to import batik hand painted fabric. So we're a huge supplier of hand dyed batiks, is what they're called.
What is that? What's
It's a way they print the fabric over in Bali. It's all hand done, and we get millions of yards a year. If you can imagine, that is all handmade.
Oh my God.
Where they dye the fabric, and they make these, what they call a chop, out of brass or copper. And then we design the print for the chop that's made out of copper. And then that's how they stamp the wax onto the fabric with the chop. It's very complicated.
Wow.
We have videos on it, but yeah. So,
and these fabrics are sold to who?
Craft stores, quilting shops, quilt shops all over the country and world.
Like Joanne Fabrics?
Similar, but more mom and pop shops. Joanne's is a chain, and we sell under a different label because they are a little bit less quality and lower pricing fabric.
Wow. Good to know.
Oh, well, the world, huh?
Yeah. So, Karen says, I missed it multitasking. What is the name of the company?
Hoffman California Fabrics. So my maiden name's Hoffman, Hoffman, California Fabrics.
Wow. So, okay. So we are at approximately 35, maybe years old when you end up back in California, Southern California. Is that right? Somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah.
I'm just doing math. So you end up back in Southern California. You said you went through a divorce. You're no longer, are you no longer showing horses or doing anything with horses at that point?
I actually put my horses with another trainer in Texas because I was living in Texas. So I left some horses there, and then I'd fly back and forth and show in Texas for a while. And then it just got to where I was so busy with my daughter and being a single mom and so forth. I just decided was kind of, I guess, moving on from that lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. So they don't have ranches in Southern California?
Not really. And there's actually no cutting horse shows around here anymore. It's just there was very few even back then. They were all up in Northern California, but because of the costs, it's cost prohibitive here with the cattle and, and most of the trainers have all moved away and so forth for that type of, for cutting horses.
Yeah.
There's hunter jumpers and English and dressage and things like that.
Got it.
Yep.
So, I don't know what, like, there's so many things being thrown away.
Cool.
I don't even know what that means.
It's like that.
Huh?
It's the name of a horse.
Oh, that's the name of a horse?
Yeah. Because there's a breed of, when you get into cutting horses or even race horses, certain bloodlines is what you look for. And so that basically is a good bloodline because it's come from a dock bar.
Okay.
The whole other world. Yeah.
Like you say cutting horse, and I'm imagining a horse walking around with a pair of scissors or something. I know.
Yeah, it's when there's a herd of cattle. It started back in the day when farm ranchers would compete against their horses and separating like the sick cows away from the healthy cows, and it became a competition between the old ranchers, and then it became actually a competitive sport over the years.
Really?
That's what it means by separating a cow from the herd and keeping it away. And then it became very complicated and,
Wow. So you were back in California, flying back and forth to Texas, and you are, eventually, how long did you do that? Flying back and forth like that?
Couple years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually you got out of that. Meanwhile, you're a vegetarian. So you've never had a steak?
Not since I was a teenager.
Oh my God. Wow. Charles said I need to talk to my wife once in a while. Jeez. Anyway, so
put it on my family, it's not like my husband and my daughter, even when my daughter was young, I would cook meat. It doesn't keep me from, I don't talk to other people about it or.
Right. So you, you finally got, and you disconnected from the horse world completely.
Yeah, I stay in touch with a lot of the people because it was a life, and
right.
friends. And so I still, especially through social media, which is cool, and stay connected. And we've gone back to a few of the competitions yes, horses are incredible athletes. We've gone back to a few of the competitions just to see our friends and things.
I got you. Okay. So, so you these are your words. I think you said that you're a health nut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that, because I know that you're into the health industry, and we're going to get to that, but I want to talk a little bit about what was the catalyst or the segue into the industry that you're in now, because you're not just a CFO for a 96-year-old company. You're the CEO of another company, and I want to kind of segue into that a little bit. How did that all start and come about?
I guess going back, looking at it, because I was so health conscious and I was always educating people about health and, talking health. And I'd been in a company before and shared health products, actually skincare products, because I was vegan and because I've transferred from vegetarian back in the day to being vegan and gluten-free and everything. But so I was really informed years ago about how everything you put on your bodies is important, what you put in it. But then how it all transitioned to me owning a company in the health and wellness space is because I was, working full time as a CFO at our family business, but then my daughter was going off to college and going to be empty nesting. And I was really looking at my life and how I love our family business, but my passion is really health and educating people. And I just felt like, how can I make more of an impact in the world? And so I just got this wild, crazy idea that I wanted to develop a product for children children and adults that would really benefit them. And so I got looking at what it would take to start my own company, because I was doing a lot of soul searching and working with a coach, because I'd always done lots of personal development and working with a coach. Because, showing horses and competing for a living, there's all the mindset. And so that's how I really got into personal development in my early 20s. And I've done it ever since, and I'm a big fan of it. But so I really got looking at how I could make a better impact in people's lives. And I got with this coach, and they said, why don't you start your own company? And at first I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm way too busy, every excuse. But then it just really got me thinking, if I really want to do this and make an impact, let me see what it would take. So that's what I did. And I'm being competitive in myself, decided I was going to start my own company. And lo and behold, I did that, and it's gone great. And I've been through lots of challenges in every aspect of my life, whether it was showing horses or what, but starting a company and everything.
It's easy. Everybody should do it.
Yeah, very.
It's not easy. But I'm so this being the CFO of your family business, I mean, was that not a 60-hour-a-week position?
No, because of the company's been going so long, and we have things pretty much in place, and it's pretty streamlined, I guess. And it's not like we're innovative very much to stay ahead of the curve against our customers and things like that. But I've got it dialed in pretty much.
That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
You're like, I'd show up once a week and
I'm there every day.
Sign the checks.
No.
I'm kidding. Yeah. So you got into
business. We wear lots of hats.
I know. I get it. So you started your own business, and how did you see the need for this? How did you, because I mean, it's
my daughter to be a vegan. College, yeah, and me just looking at the industry and seeing how I want to have healthy grandkids, someday, and I just see the impact that our environment's having on our health. I see the impact of the food that we're getting to our bodies these days. I just see all these things that are so detrimental to people's health, and that's when I was like, I want to make a difference and see what I can do to just give a bit of me to people, so I can help people and educate people on how important it is to, preventative and to get the kids healthy and keep kids healthy, because kids are being born sick these days. And it's just terrible what's going on in our world with the food industry and so forth. And, the busy lifestyle that people are leading, in a way, what we're going through today is actually good in a way, because people are slowing down and not living that fast-paced life like they were. And I think that is very good for families. And I've even talked to parents that see their kids thriving so much better than they were when they were just so busy going to school and sports and this and that, and on this rat race, and the kids getting more sleep these days, and eating healthier, being at home, and not and it's amazing how the kids are thriving better. I've talked to all sorts of women that have told me that about their children. And so I was all about getting a product for kids that would really help with getting rid of inflammation in the body, and something that tastes good, that they would like to take, more powerful than vitamins. So that was my goal.
Wow. Yeah, my wife definitely agrees with you. I agree. So I mean, and you're right. I mean, the families are so busy, and and what I do, I since this COVID thing hit, I've actually become even busier, because everybody wants to know how to do this technology stuff, and that's what I do. So, it's like, but I know so many families that are on the go, and I don't have time to cook dinner. I'm going to swing through McDonald's. You're a huge McDonald's fan, I'll bet.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
2 Big Macs a day keeps the doctor away. Is that right?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, I can't even. So, I'm probably going to get a letter from McDonald's now.
Yeah, you are.
I don't care. So what did you develop then? What was it? So it started out as kids, like you
Well,
wanted to
kids
help
and
kids.
adults, because obviously I wanted the product for myself. So we did the adult formula and then the kids formula, and it's called Calibrate. It calibrates the body, gets your body all back in balance. But the company is called Clarity because my word and I love is clarity, because I'm not good when I'm in the gray area. I like to know where I'm going, what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Anyway, so it's called Clarity, but it's spelled with an 8 instead of an I. So CLAR, the number 8 TY, which also is the infinity symbol.
Yes.
Because I'm very into energy and all of that. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
So I'm pulling up your website. I'm just going to pop it up on the screen
Oh, cool.
and show everybody your website, because I love the name of your company, and I love the I love the logo. Like I love that. So why did you choose the 8? Just because it was the infinity
symbol. Yeah, and then in numerology, Chinese and so forth, it's abundance.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And calibrate, I mean, that works perfectly with it as well. Wow.
Yeah.
So you developed it. Now you're not a like scientist, right? Or are you? Maybe you are. Like
I've learned a lot about it, though. And believe me, working now 6 years with scientists and doctors and so forth, I've learned so much. And, I had studied products and I was always a label reader.
Yeah.
But when I decided to do this, I started researching, and I really got blessed to meet this supersize me, McDonald.
He hasn't had it since he saw that supersize me.
Anyway, I was introduced to this amazing fellow out of Australia who had designed products for years, and he really educated me on science behind products and really having a product that works and not just ingredients on a label, because so many products, have a huge list of ingredients, but there's not enough of each ingredient to do anything for the body. And so he really educated me on that. And then he educated me on a science called nutrigenomics, which is nutrition at the gene level. So it's working with the cells, and which gets really into science. But that's what we based our Calibrate product off of. So the way the ingredients work with the cells and get the cells to actually do what they're supposed to do to heal the body and help the body heal itself from the inside out.
Wow.
Yeah. So Calibrate's an amazing product. The testimonials are incredible from kids, adults, and just all sorts of, because what it's doing is getting rid of inflammation in the body and toxicity, and those are the two leading causes of issues in the we like to say an unhealthy cell, you're going to be unhealthy. If your cells are healthy, you're going to be healthy.
Love that. And Karen Toddy is the one that introduced us.
Yeah.
And she actually uses your product and loves it, and she told me about it. So and now we have it and are using it here in our house. My wife is using it more than I am. I'm just being real. But we talked about that. But so talk about because it first off, to develop a product like that, I mean, that had to be at least $100.
Oh yeah.
So developing a product, you're working with doctors on the other side of the world, and how do you even do that? Like, you go from I'm the CFO of a textiles company to I'm going to develop this.
You just learn, as you go, and things fall into place, thank the Lord. But finding a manufacturer and then working with the manufacturer on getting the right ingredients and getting the scientist, he really knew to find the best and most powerful ingredients. My wife has been suffering from find something that will help her. We've been looking prebiotics and probiotics. Well, you need to check out on the Clarity website, Activate Biome, because it's way more powerful than probiotics. It does have the best prebiotic in it, but that's another product, Activate Biome. And I can tell you more about it. I don't, but can you just ask me a question on how did this all transpire, I guess? And, working with the manufacturers, getting the right ingredients that we knew were powerful, having this great science behind the product, and then manufacturing it, it took a year once we knew what we were doing and all of that, but to get it right, to get the flavoring right, getting it into the hands of people and getting it to a logistics company and setting up everything. It took about 2 years actually to get everything set up, but yeah.
Wow. So, and then, that is what I am using is what Jill's saying. Is that what we have? Biome?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I think you have to calibrate, and maybe Trinity, maybe. The Trinity is a product we combined because people love 3 of our products, and so we combined them all into one. So,
got it.
But for somebody, I can't remember who that was that put that message on there, but for his wife, the Activate Biome would be key.
Yeah, and before you guys bounce off of here and run over to her website, she does have a special promotional code that you can use and get 20% off. There it is right there. So I'm going to just go ahead and throw that up. So and my wife loves it. Oh, she said one of them. Yeah. So so you put all this together, and does it require, like, do you have to go through like FDA stuff, or what? How does that all work?
No,
like
we're a nutritional product and not a drug. Is not FDA approved. So
I got you.
Manufacturers are all FDA approved, and all of that, and GMP, which is good manufacturing process. So they have to comply with all FDA standards. But as far as the product, it is not FDA approved. So
you're putting out this product. It's a health product, and it helps people. Okay, so let's go to. You get all of the formulas the way that it's supposed to be, and the doctors and everybody's like, this is the, and you're like, okay, we got it. Now we found a manufacturer to make it, and we've got this product now, and let's sell it.
A branding team, the website, the affiliate program. Yeah. All that.
And so day one, what was that date? Do you remember?
April 18th, 2014.
April 18th of 2014. You're like, okay, we have this product now.
Ready to go.
We need to roll. So what was that like on day one, that you have this brand new product on the market that nobody's heard of? How did it go? Did you sell millions of dollars the first day?
No. Sent samples to some people ahead of time. We'd started talking about it pre-launch, so we had, yes, you take the Trinity. Cool. Yes. Yep. Yeah. The Trinity is awesome. Yeah. One of my favorites. I take it every day. But we had reached out to some people, had told them they fell in love with the product when they took it. So they started, as soon as we were ready to launch, they purchased product and started sharing it with their friends. We're an affiliate program, so you can give the website to your friends and get, give them 20% off the product. And it just started flowing, and orders were coming in, and we started growing.
Hey, you make it sound so simple, Robin.
I guess. I don't know. It just
Jeffrey Miller says, I have to watch for inflammation, which is the carrier for cancer cells, as I have stage 4 prostate cancer. Wow.
All inflammation is the key to every chronic degenerative disease. So inflammation is the body is the worst. We call it the fire in the body. So Calibrate, our flagship product, is what that really targets. And we have all sorts of health practitioners, naturopaths, and so forth that promote our product. You can see under the science on our website a doctor that he works with people all with cancer that uses and recommends our product.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And have you had, you said that you've had lots of testimonials.
Yeah, we can't make claims because we're not a drug, but I could go on and on and on of testimonials over the years.
I'd like to hear some of them. Tell me about, because look, if in business, if you don't get the feedback from your customers, right? If you don't get the feedback, it's like, well, do we suck? Right? I mean, we all go through that. We all go through that in business, where it's like, you know, maybe since we're not hearing a great feedback, or you know, there's these challenges, should we even be doing this? I'm sure you've been there, where you're like, should I just give up right off the $100 I spent on all of this?
Yeah.
So, right. I'm kidding, of course. I know it was way more than that, but so what are some of the testimonials that you've done?
My gosh. Okay. One guy that always played basketball, and he loved playing basketball, but he just have aches and pains every, you know, and he was an older gentleman, but he loved growing up playing basketball, and he played basketball, and he just wasn't able to play anymore because his knees were so bad. He started taking our product, and then he got back on the court, and then he started playing, and he was able to start playing every day, and he was just ecstatic because his joint pain went away, and it was all inflammation, probably pre-arthritis, I would say.
Wow.
But obviously I don't diagnose, but inflammation in the body. And we helped him. Another way elderly woman that was on oxygen. And I remember meeting her one time when she came to the office, and she started taking the product, and she was able to get off her oxygen. Kids with have trouble learning in school with focus, changes their life. Another kid that had Asperger's, his teachers couldn't believe the difference and asked the parents what they were doing.
Wow.
A woman with Hashimoto's that was living in a fog, she said, and just going day to day. And now she's feels alive and awake and focused and bright and energetic.
Look what Jeffrey says.
I was told 6 to 12. Wow. Good job. Very awesome. Congratulations.
Very interested in your product. That's awesome. I literally, I was interviewed last night on a show. And one of the questions that they asked me was, I forget what it was, something about why do you do what you do? And I said, I want to help people. I genuinely want to help people live at their greatest potential. And it sounds like that's what motivates you. Like you probably didn't realize it, but I saw you lit up when I said, talk about some of the testimonials, and you started just like, that's what gets you out of bed, isn't it?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Is you're making an impact in the world. You're helping people.
Helped with the newer product that I was telling that fellow about, the Activate Biome. I had a girl the other day, no more psoriasis, and she's been using it. People with Candida have, changed their life. People with autoimmune diseases, just, I could literally go on and on.
What's Candida?
It's basically layman's term, acid in your gut, but way more extreme. What else? Just trying to think of people lose weight on our products because they start feeling better, so they start doing better, and being more active because they feel better. So they obviously start, exercising, or at least moving around more and moving their body, which that's very good for you. And then you start losing weight, and just feeling better. And overall, you know, our 10-year-old daughter is a commitment, and she is petite, thin, and high energy. She has a very sensitive stomach. Is there a product that would be good for her? Yes, the Biome, Activate Biome, or the Kids Calibrate, which right now the Kids Calibrate is available if you buy the Adult Calibrate for free. So you can Calibrate for free. But that product's amazing. But the Activate Biome, a half a scoop for kids, is incredible. And it's odorless, tasteless. You can put it in any liquid. It's a powder. They're all powders, in fact. But the Biome has no flavor and no taste.
And let me reiterate that these are, you know, your background is showing horses and being a CFO. So, like, you know, you wouldn't think, well, this woman's got my health back, so to speak. But you've worked with doctors all over the world to develop these products.
Yep, leading microbiologists that sorry to interrupt.
No, go.
That developed our Activate Biome product. I mean, he speaks all over the world on spore biotics. So our Activate Biome is spore biotics instead of just probiotics, because it can get passed through the acid in the gut and into the intestine. So that's why it is so powerful. And I mean, it works immediately. Within, you'll notice it. And, you know, kids nowadays, there is so many kids that I've heard parents talk about their child has stomach issues and their child doesn't go to the restroom regularly. And my child has cramps and doesn't want to eat and doesn't feel good. And, you know, so the Activate Biome is a key product for kids and adults, because the majority of people in the United States they have a compromised gut and an unhealthy gut. And your gut is everything these days. And the science is getting more and more on how the gut is controlling your hormones, your gut-brain axis, which I'm sure most of you have heard of. The gut-brain axis, you know, your gut is controlling your brain. And most people think like cravings coming from the brain. It's not. It's all stemming from the gut. Your moods, your hunger, you know, is stemming from your gut, because it's the way your gut is working, and your bacteria in your gut, the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, and to keep them healthy. The gut is the key to almost everything. Very, very true. And your immune system, very true. So that's why the Activate Biome is key. And that's why what we did, and it's kind of funny. So our flagship product Calibrate, and then the Biome, everybody mixes them together. But then we made a product called Trinity, because it combined, and that's what Ken's wife is taking. The Trinity is all three products in one, which is the Calibrate, the Activate Biome, and then a keto product. So that really helps you feel good. It helps your body burn fat for energy. So the Trinity product is really cool. But if you're just focused on the gut, yes, definitely controls depression. That's another testimonial. I got a friend of mine that was in the horses that had terrible depression problems and was on medication, and I got her off her medication, and she just loves our products. So, for gut issues, you definitely want the Activate Biome.
Wow. So my wife is saying Calibrate for kids or Biome or both.
Both, or just the one, Biome, if they're just focused on the gut issues.
And Trinity, would that work for a kid, or
not so much? The kids don't need the keto, you know, so the adults more do the Trinity, because they're wanting, you know, to feel that burst of energy and that mental clarity that you get right away with the Trinity, and because you do feel it right away in 15 minutes.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Especially if you work out. If you're a workout person, the Trinity is the bomb for before workout. Amazing the energy or stamina it gives you, and it's not like caffeine.
You know, I find it interesting that this whole health thing started when you were 16 years old. You became a vegetarian. I don't think I love steak way too much. So
that's good. Everybody's different, you know?
Yeah. But so
Just
but
in
you're
moderation and depending on what you're combining it with. That's what's the most important thing, combining what you're putting with the steak when you eat it.
baked potato with butter and sour cream. What else do you put with a
I
steak?
know. Yeah.
Sometimes a stem or two of that asparagus stuff. But so with the here, Jennifer saying leaky gut was largely ignored forever by the medical community, but now is becoming recognized and addressed.
Very true.
What is leaky gut? That sounds disgusting.
So many kids have it and they don't even know it. It's especially dairy and sugar creates leaky gut in kids, but our Spore Biotic Activate Biome has been clinically proven to repair leaky gut by 85 to 90%.
Wow.
It affects the brain, and it's too complex to try to explain here.
I knew we were going to get a lot of questions for you. So here's Charles.
Calibrate. Inflammation, calibrate.
Yep. And it would help him.
Possibly. I mean, I'm not going to diagnose or treat, but
yeah,
I don't know about vocal cords, but any inflammation in the body, it's going to help.
Wow. She said, Jennifer says, me too. I think she's talking about the love for steak. Plant protein doesn't trigger. What's IGF?
Trigger IGF. I'm not sure on that one. I haven't heard that term.
Charles says, try something. I do. I just had a green. Well, my green screen effect is getting rid, but I just drank a green smoothie. I have one every morning. My wife makes for me.
You need the greens, that's for sure.
Yeah. Justin is a buddy of mine. He's been on the show. He says the best protein is hemp protein powder made from hemp seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He knows a lot about. He owns a company called 101 CBD or CBD 101. Hold it. I'll tell you what it is. I have it right here. It's 101 is all I can see. Yeah, my wife said, I think you're going to get some new customers today. So again, I know you're not allowed to make medical claims or health claims. Is there a percentage of people that go, man, this stuff is the best? Is it everybody? Is it a lot of most of your customers that are like,
pretty much all of our customers, if they take it consistently, take it daily, that's the key, getting it in the body so the body can start healing itself. And it takes time. Some people see results in the first couple of days. Some people might take a week, might take a month, might take 2 or 3 months. It just depends on everybody's body's different, and it's going to work on whatever's worst in the body first. And, so it just depends. Everybody's different, but
wow.
The majority of people feel a difference and see a difference quickly.
So back to what I was saying.
One thing I got to add is so many people, they come, they use the product, they get rid of a pain. And then 6 months later, they're like, well, I don't need this product anymore because my pain, they forgot they even had the pain. And I have so many people that have, oh my gosh, when I quit, then they come back a few months or a month later with like, oh my gosh, my pain's back because the inflammation started to rise again. But it's amazing.
So you're saying they can't heal everything and then go back to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a McDonald's and I don't even know. It's been a long, long time. So I'm interested in the part though that you had this vision or this dream at 16 years old that we're going to be in a vegetarian. You're going to be in this health world. You go off, you're showing horses. You have the horse business in Northern California. Then you're in Texas and all the while you're a CFO or an accounting person. Right. And when did you become CFO of your family business?
Well, and I did books the whole time for our horse operation and everything.
Yeah.
So I was always doing the accounting and everything. But I worked there probably 10 years before I became CFO.
Okay. So, but it came full circle back to the health thing for you.
Yeah, crazy. I'd always taken health products too, like I took a product out of Canada that was a herb supplement I still take it today, and I started it when I was 20,
Wow.
So always been into health products.
Wow. So that's your passion.
It is.
So counting beans is not your passion.
No. I like it, and it's challenging at times, but no, yeah, definitely helping people.
I'm with Jennifer. Accounting makes me break out in hives too. Oh my God, I can't stand accounting. So I really can't. My hat's off to anybody that can do it. And you're an accountant with a personality and a smile. You don't see that very often. So so what was, if I'm sure along the way in this venture with the health products, I would imagine you hit some roadblocks along the way.
Very.
Yeah. So what's the question I'm trying to ask? What got you through that? What made you not give up on it?
Determination, lots of personal development. I work on myself every day, not just working out. Yeah, I read books. I've read books since I was, like I said, 20 20. I was introduced to personal development. And I just really keep my mindset, and knowing that every setback, there's an equal or greater comeback, the whole Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Yep. I'm on a Think and Grow Rich call every day, during weekday. I, listen to it while I work out. I read. I totally listen to motivational things, just keeping my head right.
So you're on a Think and Grow Rich phone call every day?
6 a.m. Pacific time. A kid, I call him a kid. He's a lot younger than me. He started it. Oh, I don't know. I've been on it probably 12 years.
What?
It's really cool. Yeah, it goes every day. Anybody can get on it. There's people from all walks of life, not just people involved in health products. There's, real estate, you name it. There's people from all over the country on the call. And we go over the different books, Think and Grow Rich, Science of Getting Rich, Wallace Wattles. We just rotate books, and there's a mastermind portion at the end of the call every day. It's an awesome call. If anybody wants to get on it, it's Law of the Lid. You're right. Never exceed your level of personal growth. That's very true.
That's right.
But the Think and Grow Rich call, yeah. What's the number? 712-432-0900. Sorry, I don't want to forget, because it's just been in my mind so many times I don't even think about it. But it's at 6 a.m.
702. Did you say 702?
712. 712.
Hold on.
432. 0900. And the code is 565762 pound.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Jiminy Christmas. I'm going to have to
I can get my phone. But anyway, it's a great call. It's people
What's
from all
the code again?
565762 pound. And the fellow that does it is Paul Hutchings. He's a marketing guy, but he's great. He has different people host the call, because he used to do it every day himself. When he started this, there was, just a couple people on it. I wasn't there in the very beginning, but I met him years ago, and now there's 500 to 1,000 people a day on a call.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a great.
Have you read Think and Grow Rich for Women?
Yep. Sharon Lecter. I'm very good friends with her.
You're
Sharon,
friends with?
Yeah, Sharon uses our product. She's used Trinity ever since we launched it. Before that, she used Calibrate. She loves our product.
Sharon's a friend of mine too. She's
Yeah.
been on the show. I love Sharon. She's
Yeah, she's
amazing.
amazing.
She is. So, wow, that's pretty cool. She uses your product too.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So, wow,
And her
Robert,
husband, Mike.
what's that?
And her husband, Mike.
Yep, yep. That's awesome. So, and Jennifer's saying sounds like Bob Proctor, like it's a Bob Proctor call.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Wow.
It's a private guy. I mean, he's out of Idaho, super cool guy. And he started this. He was in the home base industry for years, and
That's cool. So you said it's 6 a.m. Pacific?
yes. Mm-hmm. And the replay, I can't remember the replay number. 09.
Well, maybe you can come
find
back to this and drop it in the comments later or something. That would
But
be awesome.
get on it tomorrow, and it's usually this girl that does it on tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday morning. It's a girl that does it. Unless she can't be there, then Paul does it. But it's a great call. And
you said there's thousands of people?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love personal development. So I'm in. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. So the Sharon was part of Why We Want You to Be Rich with Trump and Kiyosaki.
Yeah. Yeah. She worked with Kiyosaki for years and wrote thinking, what is it? Rich Dad Poor Dad. She helped him with that and launched that whole thing with him.
She did. She sure did. Yeah. She's an amazing woman. So, and Outwitting the Devil that she did, the Napoleon. Oh my God. Such a life altering book.
Yep.
It's an amazing book. So anyway, well, this isn't about Sharon. This is about you. So Sharon's been on here. So, so with the, let me ask you this, and I can't believe we've already gone an hour.
I know.
It's crazy. I went by like that. So what do you think? Because I know that like your company, you also have an affiliate program. So, which is so smart because people are using the products and then they just go out and recommend it to other people and they make a little bit of money off of that. And it's just a win-win-win for everybody. But what do you think dealing with people on the level that you have and that you still do every day? What do you think the number one thing is that holds people back in life from success and joy and happiness and freedom and all of that stuff? What do you think holds people back? Not believing in themselves, not sticking with it, not creating habits, being disciplined. Discipline is a huge thing. Holds people back. Not going for their dreams. And and letting roadblocks stop them, and listening and worrying about fear of what other people are going to think, and what other people say. I've just, I had a dad that he always doubted everything I ever wanted. And I would I'm going to prove you wrong, and he didn't do it out of meanness. He did it out of love, but even just like when I told you when I was a kid and I told him I was going to live on a ranch, and his comment was, "You'll never move away from the beach." Oh, wow. But, and I proved that wrong anyway, but just don't let other people steal your dreams. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, man, they do. Yeah, they do. And again, like you said, I don't think it's very rare that it's intentional. I think a lot of people try to keep you at the level they are. Yeah. And protecting themselves from losing you, Yeah. Wow. Robin, you're awesome. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you coming on here today. This has been great. Everybody go over to clarity.com with an 8 instead of an I and use promo code C820 and you can get 20% off of your order using that promo code. And wow, this is awesome.
I appreciate you. I love that you do this for people to help people break through their walls. You know, we all have walls. Every day it's something, you know, we got to keep going.
It is. And that's why personal development is so important.
Yeah.
Jim Rohn said it, and I always butcher it, but he said it best when he said, you know, a formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune.
Mm-hmm.
You know, never stop learning. Never.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, Rob, it's amazing when thank you.
I appreciate you. And where's the best place for people to follow you on social media? Where are you most active?
Facebook. Robin Haack, and it's a family picture of me and my family.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a grandma.
You are?
Yeah, I just found out.
When?
Well, I just found out a few weeks ago, but yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Don't hang up on me. Stay with me. Okay. I'm going to end the live stream, and thank you to everyone who's watched and shared this out. And Robin, thank you for your awesomeness and transparency, and your story is amazing. So anything we can do to help you continue with your success, I'm in. So
awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, we'll see everybody.
You later. Bye-bye.
Bye.